Adorably muscular with unbalanced eyebrows, beholder of unexpected charms, Cooky of BT21 and Cooky's old pal Ian of AT21. Not long ago, their hidden backgrounds were revealed through BT21 original story, Cooky and Ian. Ian left Cooky hurt and scarred, and Cooky set out to find Ian. This episode was exhilarating as it unveiled the secret between the two. But, would you believe it, if I told you that the story behind Cooky and Ian and Cooky, was already revealed in other episodes? So, here it is. Time to unravel the secrets and hidden stories between Ian and Cooky. Let's go find the clues. Cooky versus Ian. A hint about their relationship was shown in BT21 Universe 2 Shorts compilation. Here, stop right here. A photo with Ian ripped off to one side and a small note on the left corner. It only lasted a second, but it was long enough for UNISTARS to notice. A spoiler alert of Ian and AT21's relationship that will be addressed in Season 3. Furthermore, there were many episodes with stories about Cooky and Ian. In order to look into more detail about Cooky and Ian's past, we need to take a look at the episode BT21 Universe 2 animation, Cooky. Another friend makes an appearance in this episode, and that is Juki. Cooky, Ian, and Juki were like the three musketeers that dreamt of becoming boxers. As they trained together at the gym, it seemed as though they would always stand by one another. But perhaps the gods grew jealous of their relationship, as a tournament chart hangs behind the three who are taking a break. From that, we can learn that Juki and Ian will fight each other in a twist of fate. Behind their happy faces is a bracket revealing a heartless match. Is it just me, or does it seem like an omen? And finally, it's match day. As Ian and Juki face each other in the boxing match, Ian's eyes and body suddenly changes color, and Ian fatally attacks the now helpless friend Juki. Juki becomes unconscious and is rushed to the hospital, and Cooky is shocked at Ian's rage. Why did Ian, who is like a brother to Juki, suddenly change? The reason? Let's recall the episode BT21 Universe 2 animation Cooky. Right before the match between Ian and Juki, the full moon, covered by clouds, appears in a profound way. Just like these lyrics, through the darkness may soon take over. Things seem suspenseful and chilling, and Ian appears in the following scene, now changed. This crucial scene makes us suspicious of the connection between the full moon and Ian's change. This is scary, but is this scene not enough to prove the connection between the full moon and Ian? Then here it is. We have one more for you. However, this isn't a Cooky episode. We discovered a clue in BT21 Universe 3 Animation Episode 5, Koya and the Email, where in the AT21 data that Koya has archived, there is a report on Ian. On the left is a picture of the full moon and the key words, top secret. On the right is the transformed version of Ian, wolf DNA and destructive nature, which are all clues. From this, we can speculate that the full moon stimulated the woven DNA in Ian. Ian was engulfed by its feral DNA on the night of the full moon and attacked Juki, who were like family. Then, Ian leaves his friends because of what happened. However, some of you may think that it's too extreme to leave your brothers after making one mistake. But Ian had a reason. If you recall, BT21 original story Cooky and Ian. In a messy house, Ian stands in the center of the room transformed with the ominous full moon shining behind him. Ian's woven nature awakes under the full moon and Ian turns feral, as Ian can no longer contain the force of nature. Ian tries to leave so to protect family and friends from this ominous power. Though Ian had no choice but to turn away from his friends, decides one last time to trust himself. However, the woven DNA takes over on the day of the match against Juki and becomes seriously injured. After that fight, Ian ultimately chooses a path of exile to protect friends from this great uncontrollable strength. On the road, Ian meets Chief of AT21, who resembles Ian and decides to join AT21, an anti-persona of sorts of BT21. Meanwhile, Cooky sets out in search of missing Ian as shown in BT21 Universe Season 2. Cooky posts flyers while asking about Ian. On the flyer is one more big clue. Here, right here. Great Free was changed to Fighter. Do you see that? Perhaps Cooky wrote this after misunderstanding Ian for not having enough faith in his friends, when really, it was Ian who chose to leave in order to protect his friends. Cooky also puts up flyers with the transformed version of Ian, and this tells us that Cooky earnestly wants to find Ian even if Ian is now broken and confused. As if responding to Cooky, Ian appears at Cooky's match wearing a hat in the next season. Cooky, shocked at Ian's sudden appearance, is met with a counterattack and loses by a knockout. Now, that was Ian's secretive story in a nutshell, after ripe speculations that were made through hints given here and there. So, when will Cooky finally learn of Ian's side of the story? Will the two make up and return to becoming friends? Cooky and Ian's story will continue. Look forward to the story as hints will continue to be revealed. Also, there are many more stories left chronicling BT21 and AT21 in addition to Ian and Cooky. Episodes of the love-spreading universe star BT21 and hate-spreading cinestar AT21 is on its way. Stay tuned for more.